right. So my name is Tim. I'm from Chicago, um, and this is the first time I've done anything remotely like this. Not even close. Um, I think my journey started when I started hearing about psychedelics a couple years ago and their possibilities for mental health applications. I've struggled with depression and anxiety, particularly social anxiety, for most of my life, really. And I've spent a lot of time trying different things, but a lot of it was really nothing more than numbing myself and avoiding the feelings that were getting to me. It wasn't a healthy way to cope. So when I learned about psychedelics, I got very excited, and I felt like that could really be a way forward for me. And how I ended up at Nimea is a good friend of mine actually researched it, and she came down a few months before I did, and came back, and I just saw the change in her was profound. Even though she found it incredibly difficult to describe um, what she had done, and so I decided to pull the trigger and do it myself. And it's completely out of my comfort zone. I'm from the big city, and I don't really go camping or anything like that. I'm very much an indoor cat. uh, but being here, being in nature like this, has been just life changing. Uh, it's the most beautiful place I've ever been in. Despite all the bugs, it doesn't matter. It's all beautiful anyway. um, and so I thought I would come here and through the ceremonies, really work on my social anxiety and my issues. And I did a lot, but what I was surprised to find was that most of the healing in that area of my life really happened outside of the ceremonies. It was being with these people. I'm here with, I think 19 other fellow travelers and the facilitators, and I've just felt such a deep compassion and love from every one of them, even the ones that I haven't talked to all that much. I feel so much support from all of them, and acceptance. Um, and so doing things like the yoga sessions and the sound bath, and just this morning we did somatic movement, and I am always the last one out on the dance floor. And this morning I was able to let go and just feel this pure joy. um, and again, acceptance from everybody. We were just dancing together and moving together, and it's a it's a brand new feeling for me. Um, I feel a lot of healing, and so outside of the ceremonies, I really got a lot from just being here and being with people and connecting and learning that I can do that. That it's not as hard or as terrifying as I thought it was. So I'm excited to continue that part of my journey when I go back. In the ceremonies, it was a lot more about connecting with myself and kind of remembering who I am as a person, um, and learning that I do love myself to the core. Which I definitely did not feel before I came here, and now I just feel like there's a light radiating out of me. And I know this sounds cheesy, and if you're watching this before you've come here, I'm sure you're gonna roll your eyes, or maybe not. Maybe there's a reason why you're watching this. Maybe this will connect with you. I watched some of these before I came, and they really connected with me. And that was part of the reason why I decided I had to be here. I felt like this is where I needed to be right now. But yeah, I was able to really connect with kind of my real basic self and release a lot of regret and anger, frustration, and just connect with my body and my mind. And before the final ceremony, we did a group meditation. It was really beautiful, and at the end, this row of cards was laid out, and we each picked a card. And, my card said remembrance, and this is the kind of stuff that 6 months ago I would have just rolled my eyes at. Maybe 6 months from now I'll roll my eyes at it too, but for now I'm in it, and I thought I knew immediately what that meant. There were some things in my past that I felt like I knew that I had forgotten. I had some repression still, even after the first 3 ceremonies and getting so much out. I felt like there was a particular time in my life that I had kind of lost, and that I felt was still affecting me. And I could not have been more wrong. The final ceremony was just such a complete release, and I was laying on my mat and just dancing to myself and laughing. I've never laughed so hard in my life. And I felt like I remembered what it was like to just feel just pure happiness. And maybe not even remember. Maybe I've never felt that, but I felt like a little kid again. And even though I was completely in it and in my own mind and in my own body, I still was fully aware of everybody that was around me, and everything that was going on in this dark room. And some people were really struggling, and some people were just having, blissful experiences. And I felt connected to every one of them. I felt like I was playing a part in everyone else's healing. And so there were moments where I would just start laughing, this deep belly laugh. And it would kind of go around the room, and we all just released together and healed together. And it was one of the most beautiful experiences of my life. And the next morning, I woke up and I felt like I had changed at the molecular level. And some of my friends here even commented that I looked different. And I've noticed that my laugh has changed. I've been here for 9 days, and the day I showed up, my laugh was completely different than it is now. I'm laughing from the gut, from the heart. And it feels so amazing. So I could not be more grateful to everyone here and what they do. This is beautiful, profound work that I think everyone could benefit from. I think the whole world could benefit from this. The more people that go through this kind of thing, the better the world will be. And I'm very proud to have gone through this. And I'm excited because I know that this is just the very beginning of my journey, and I know that as I continue my journey, I'm going to be affecting everyone I love around me in positive ways. So, thank you, everyone.